What really happened to Adriana Hutto on that quiet August day in 2007?
Well, good morning, Juanita. Yeah, there's a lot of shock and sympathies being expressed right now.
A simple pool, a tired mother, and two very different children.
It happened near the western city of Zamora.
But the tragedy that followed left a small town shaken forever. Was it an accident or something far darker? AJ, the 6-year-old brother, gave a shocking statement that changed everything. Could a child's words bring a mother to prison for life? The house was neglected, bruises were found, and witnesses told troubling stories. Yet, some still wonder if justice was truly served. This is a case full of twists, secrets, and unanswered questions that will leave you questioning everything. Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind this chilling story. You won't want to miss a single moment. On the suspects, in this case, there are a few important people to know about. One key suspect is Bill McReynolds. He was a family friend and had been with the Ramsey family at a holiday party on the night before Christmas. Bill even gave John Bennett a card that said she would receive a special gift after Christmas. Because he was close to the family, he became someone investigators looked at closely. Besides Bill, there are other people involved, but the focus is mainly on those connected to the family. Family friends are always important in such cases because they spend time around the victims and can know secrets or hidden tensions. This story is complex, and there are many theories about who could be responsible. Some believe Bill might have had a role, while others point fingers elsewhere. As you listen, keep an open mind and think about the possibilities. The truth is not always simple, and sometimes those closest to the family become suspects. Family background. The family at the center of this story lives in a small town called Estu, Florida, with only 364 people as of the 2010 census. Amanda Lewis is the mother. She worked as a nursing assistant and often worked late-night shifts. Amanda had two children from different fathers, Adriana Hutto, who was 7 years old, and AJ Hood, who was 6. Adriana was diagnosed with ADHD and was known to be very energetic and hard to control. Amanda often said she struggled to bond with Adriana, especially after returning from the military. Adriana's hyperactivity made things difficult at home, and Amanda sometimes expressed frustration with her. AJ was very different, quiet, calm, and sweet. The two children had very different personalities, which made family life complicated. This background helps us understand the family dynamics before the tragic event that changed everything. The day of the incident, on August 8, 2007, Amanda Lewis had just finished a night shift and was tired. She was resting in the morning while her kids, Adriana and AJ, watched cartoons. The plan was to go school supply shopping later that day. They had an above-ground pool in their backyard, 18 feet wide and 4 feet deep, but the kids were not allowed to use it unsupervised. Amanda made sure to lock the ladder in the shed when she wasn't watching them. According to Amanda, the kids were playing outside while she prepared the house. AJ came inside and told her that Adriana was in the pool. Oddly, Amanda did not immediately check on Adriana, even though Adriana was terrified of water. After a while, Amanda went outside and saw AJ trying to help Adriana, who was struggling face down in the pool. Amanda quickly called 911, but despite the rush to the hospital, Adriana was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The day that started like any other ended in a tragic accident, or so it seemed at first. Red flags and warnings. Several red flags appeared after the incident that made investigators suspicious. First, Amanda did not rush to check on Adriana when AJ said she was in the pool. Adriana was known to be very afraid of water, so it seemed strange that Amanda assumed she was just playing and did not immediately act. When Amanda finally saw Adriana, she was face down and unresponsive in the pool. During the hospital visit, Amanda's calm reaction also raised eyebrows. For example, when a doctor asked if she had any questions, Amanda asked about the vending machine instead of her daughter's condition. This unusual behavior made people question if everything was as it seemed. Additionally, AJ told his grandparents that his mother had held Adriana's face underwater. This statement was serious and changed how the police viewed the case. There were also reports that the house was dirty and neglected, with no toys for the children. Witnesses said Amanda had a short temper with her kids. These details made investigators worry about possible abuse and neglect before Adriana's death. AJ's statement, AJ Hood, Amanda's 6-year-old son, became a crucial witness in this case. Just hours after Adriana's death, AJ told his grandparents something shocking. He said his mother had held Adriana's face underwater and caused her to drown. This claim surprised everyone and made the police take a closer look at Amanda. At first, AJ's story was clear and consistent. He described his mother pushing Adriana's face into the water, which matched bruises found on Adriana's head. However, as time passed, AJ gave different versions of the story and sometimes contradicted himself. This made it hard to know which parts were true. Despite some confusion, AJ's initial statement was very powerful evidence. The fact that a young child kept telling the story, even when it was difficult, made many believe he was telling the truth. Still, because he was so young, some people questioned whether AJ's testimony was reliable enough to decide Amanda's fate. This conflict became a central part of the trial. The trial and evidence. Amanda Lewis went to trial in February 2008, charged with first-degree murder of her daughter Adriana. The main evidence against her was AJ's testimony. AJ, who was 7 by the time of the trial, stuck mostly to his story that his mother had dunked Adriana under the water. Despite some inconsistencies, the jury found his statements believable. During the trial, witnesses described Amanda as having a short temper and neglecting her children. Investigators revealed the house was dirty, with no toys for the kids, suggesting possible neglect. Medical examiners found bruises on Adriana's head, matching AJ's description of how Amanda held her face underwater. Amanda maintained her innocence, saying Adriana had fallen while trying to get bugs out of the pool. However, many found this explanation unlikely because Adriana was old enough to stand up in the 4-foot pool. After just 2 hours of jury deliberation, Amanda was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole. The evidence and AJ's testimony were key factors in the conviction. Final thoughts and verdict. The case of Amanda Lewis and her daughter Adriana raises many questions. AJ's testimony played a major role in convicting Amanda, but some wonder if it was fair to rely so heavily on a 6-year-old's words. Children can sometimes confuse or exaggerate things, especially after trauma. Amanda was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. She rejected a plea deal for 10 years because she wanted a fair trial. Despite this, she maintains her innocence, insisting Adriana's death was an accident. The strange behavior, bruises on Adriana, and the messy home added weight to the case against Amanda. Another child of hers had died mysteriously before, which also raises concerns. What do you think? Was Amanda guilty, or was this a tragic accident? Should AJ's testimony have been enough for a conviction? This case leaves us wondering about the truth and the limits of justice. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the tragic story of Amanda Lewis and Adriana Hutto. What do you think? Was Amanda guilty of drowning her daughter, or was this a heartbreaking accident? Can we fully trust AJ's testimony, given his young age and the trauma he endured? This case challenges how we see justice, family, and truth. We want to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below and join the conversation. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our true crime stories. And don't miss our next video, Double Life Exposed, a quiet man turned serial killer. See you there!